We build MVPs in 2-week sprints. And for this sprint, we are building an internal application. So I can actually share a lot about what we are doing. So, but this is not going to be one of those LinkedIn videos or YouTube videos that, hey, we built this cool application, come check it out. Actually, this application is not there. It's 80% there, and I'm wrestling with the last 20%. And if you are familiar with MVPs and building application, the last mile, the last 20% is always the toughest and most problematic. So, um, I don't know, FYI, disclaimer, I don't know how long this video is going to be. So, in case you are like checking posts in between meetings, bookmark this and come back to it because it's going to be a long one. So, what I'm going to talk about today, what this is Blog Maker about, first of all, so you know the context. And second is that why am I building an app and not an A10? Because it's sort of an automation. That's also interesting take. So you might pick up something out of it. And then I'm going to walk you through from the beginning how I came up with the PRD. I'm using a very unique approach. Might not be unique, but unique to me. So I'm going to walk you through that. I'm using a 2-agent approach, one specific one to nail down the PRD. I'm going to walk you through my tool stack, how I'm building things, which is a combination of Cloud Code, ChatGPT, Codex, and lots of terminal stuff. And then at the end, I'm going to press on this generate block because that's where I am. And I'm going to show you what I am working on, what I need to be fixing more. And then probably at that point, we call it a shot. It's going to be part one, and part two would be probably you see it next Monday because the end of this sprint will be this Friday coming up. And then hopefully the next part that you see is going to be a celebrational, typical LinkedIn YouTube video. Hey guys, I'm cool. I built this thing. Come check it out. So, first and foremost, what this blog maker is. So we have this YouTube channel that we have been getting really good, surprising engagement. We completely changed our strategy with YouTube, and now we are basically publishing less edited, long format, 10 minutes, 15 minutes videos. We basically showcase what we are working on, like this video, and walk you through our tool stack, and you can see it all. And this channel didn't exist a few months back, so it has only 100 subscribers. But this kind of engagement that we are seeing here is very inspiring. And none of these videos, so these videos that are not getting engaged, good engaging, is actually they have less educational stuff and more promotional stuff, right? So also at the same time, we've been investing in our SEO and we're getting really good traction on Google after a year of investment. So what I'm gonna do, what we have been doing before this app, is that any of this video that gets really good engagement, we repurpose it and publish it in our blog post, right? Following all the SEO stuff that you need to, it's called SEO linters. So basically guideline and guardrails to make sure that your post gets a really good score from the SEO perspective. And this process alone takes me several hours with the AI helping me writing the draft. So I got to get the transcript and repurpose it. So I have an agent on Cloud that repurpose it, but need to move it to Webflow, go back and forth, and the process of the time from getting the YouTube transcript and then create the draft of the blog post and go back and forth with the AI and edit it and then push it to the Webflow, paste it in the Webflow and change it over. That itself, it's several hours each blog post. So we cannot scale this operation. We're a small team. What I need to be working on is that I click on this generated block. It creates the body of the blog post, push it to Webflow, publish it. Then what I get to work on is to go through the published blog post, edit it, and then that would be where I start my work. So basically, if I invest 2 weeks in this, potentially going to save me several hours per blog post for the next years to come. Is it a good investment? Obviously, when you think about the long term aspect of it. So I decided to build this app. Why didn't I make it on N8N? Good question. I have built N8N automation, pretty advanced one actually, several ones in the past. In this year, I actually deleted our N8N workspace and not deleted it, but like canceled our subscription. Reason being is that I don't like that environment. It's a lot to maintain a very complex automation app. There are different nodes. Debugging is sort of like you see that where it's not working, so you can go fix it. But boy, oh boy, for a complex automation, you have to create many nodes. You have to basically fill many fields. It's annoying. I don't know how people go through it. It's not my cup of tea. I prefer to build an application, have a file structure. Whenever I want to change something, I would point it to that file, a specific file, or go change the prompt. And I find building an application is much more reliable, production ready, than an N8N automation. Based on my experience, you may tell me that we build that N8N automation badly. That's fair enough, but we had to always maintain it. Today, day after, a week after, it's just like never ending maintenance work. And I made a rule for myself that I'm not going to invest in any platform I don't like working in it. So hence, this is going to be a application that all of our team will have access on. Has a very nice authentication. I'm not going to show you authentication of it, but user can sign in, and then whenever there's a team of whenever one of our team members upload the video, they can come in, it fetches the video, then you can press on the generate blog, then it pushes it to Webflow. So here's on why entertain one, why apps. I prefer working with apps. It's easier to maintain them, it's easier to change codes, and then AI can do most of the heavy lifting for me without me going to this N8N environment and click on this interface, and me, the UX designer, not wanting to work with the interface. Interesting, pun intended. I don't like it. It's just too many fields, too many nodes. Not, no, pass. So BlockMaker, what it does is that it fetches the YouTube video. It has a two agent model architecture. ChatGPT 3.5, fetch the transcript, fetch the analyze it, analyze the transcript based on the keywords, go do a SERP search, analyze the blog post against relative competitive blog articles available, so understand the gaps, and then create a report and pass it on to the second model, second AI agent, which is a Claude model, and it's 3.5 Sonnet. And Claude model, based on our prompt guidelines and based on our SEO guidelines, two different things, two different files, it's going to create a blog post. So why I opted in for this two AI agent model is that, first of all, you don't there is a big just a second, let me show you one thing first. So basically, this is our file structure. In the prompt file, basically we everything that Sonnet 3.5 needs to understand before writing blog posts is outlined here, right? Focus areas for improvement, keep the same title and methodologies, writing guidelines. It's a massive file, and I want it to be that. I want it to be so detailed because in the previous attempts that we wanted to use automation, I didn't like the output of the AIs, especially when it comes to content. So I really wanted to invest here. I'm probably going to invest a lot more further on this. But first, I need to get the app running. So that's another topic. Then we have an SEO linter, basically check its SEO guidelines. It's check whether the output is living up to the standards of that we define for a good SEO post. What else we have here? Here's shared component. Nothing here to see. Blog preview. That's it. Another cool thing has it's basically we feed it with the component description, author information, service linking for internal linking of the blog post, external linking. It does it. It fetches relevant external articles from the SERP, Google SERP. If you don't know it, just search it. You'll understand what it does. It's basically search for relevant blog posts. So basically, why did I opt in for the two model? Because I'm in the camp of having a specific agent for a specific tasks. So if there is a agent I define that does search for me, I wanted to search, and I do not want the same agent that search writes for me. I want this to be separate tasks. I find the AI outputs much better when you give it a very defined role. So I'm not in the camp of give an AI model a very long prompt. That's a recipe for garbage. And I've spent a lot of tokens on creating garbage. So I do not recommend you to do that. And I'm not doing it for myself. So um, that's the second topic. That's the next topic I want to discuss. How did I start? Like, what was my thinking? Basically, it's not a complicated app. It just turned YouTube videos into a blog post. So I don't have to invest so much in the UX of it. It's actually, you could argue, why do I need to have this preview now looking at it? Because I think in a multi-user environment, you want to have a shared visual space to see what has happened. But hey, now I'm thinking about it. I might even get rid of this one too. But anyways, I always start with my initial thinking. You would do as well. I hope you do. I hope you don't go into Lovable or Cursor and start working from that. That's a recipe. It's a bad practice. Don't do it. So what do I do here is, I've been building MVPs for my entire career, and specifically with ChatGPT, specifically 3.5 and Sonnet 3.5 and Cursor, and all these things come together now. It just makes it unavoidable to build the application. It's just so fun. Anyways, so I'm getting a lot of, I might come, these are all disclaimer. This is me learning as I'm going. So I might create a video 2 months down the road and say, everything I said 2 months ago is not correct, because the models are improving, the tooling around the models are improving. So the approach that I'm using today might work, and in 2 months from now it may be obsolete, right? So it's a evolving environment. It's a tsunami that is hitting us at a supersonic speed, and I don't know where it's going. I don't know how long it's gonna go. I don't know where we're gonna end up with this thing, but it's fast paced, right? So what I'm getting really good result here, and I would like you to think about this, is that I have a very specific agent, like a CTO, that narrows down everything I give it to. It's basically, I vetted many different articles and books, and that is specific about boiling down the specification into the core. So that's what it does, this agent, very well. At the same time, I have an agent on ChatGPT that does something completely the opposite. It's blue sky thinking CTO. So I have a blue sky thinking CTO here. Just want to come up with requirements. Full blown castle builder. This is Airbnb, like bed and breakfast, one room builder. So what I usually do is that um, I build MVPs. I'm not a CTO. I do not understand technical nuances as a CTO would understand, but I know a lot about product and design, and I have enough understanding of the tech side, right? So that's where I am. I don't want to get in the middle of technical nuances, what we need. What I found really problematic in the past attempts is that I would take the agent I'm working with inputs as true on face value. Wrong. You have to let the AI agents battle it out and you got to see it. So even like maybe in the next videos that I'm creating, I might even like opt in for third agent, which I'm building another app that makes this battling easier. FYI, that would be another video. But basically, what I do is that the blue sky thinking, same prompt, I give it here and here, same prompt. So then I know that this agent, what it does is cut down stuff, and this agent is add stuff. So basically, I let this agent that cut stuff to read and form an opinion. Same thing here. Then I paste the requirements that I'm getting here to here, and then let him to think about what the other agent said. And let me just show you one of the. It's funny actually. Here's the thing. This is where I gave ChatGPT insights. And then this agent is because I've trained it, I really invested several hours on the prompt. It really tells me what's needed, what's not needed, right? A skip for MVP. Yes, important. Yes, relevant. Skip, partial, skip. Sometimes it doesn't even tell me why. It's just skip it, right? So basically, through this back and forth, and what I really like you to invest is like, do not. I would invest a lot in my AI agent. So really try to go back and forth, iterate on the prompts you give it. Do not. I see a lot of folks create AI agents and give them a prompt and never improve the prompt. You have to be improving the prompt each time after running a big task. That needs to be your mindset. So basically through this back and forth, and it goes on and on. It's just never ends. Like, this was one chat, and then here we go we go back, like we did a lot of back and forth between me, ChatGPT agent, and Claude agent. And ChatGPT agents is app operates differently from Cloud agents, so have that in mind. I think you want that motion, the different dynamics. Skip it, keep it, not kill, clarify. Really love this workflow, so really recommend you. So next topic I wanted to discuss, what do you need to be, what would be your tool stack. Really, I think Cursor, any IDE, I would say. uh, um, I'm using Cursor, so not gonna battle you on which IDE pick. I'm sure a lot of tech folks watching this, they're gonna come in with their best suggestions, but I'm using Cursor. But what it's a no-go for me is like I cannot work now without Cloud Code here, and then I've got ChatGPT Codex here. So then the same approach for the PRD, I'm having it here. ChatGPT Codex to verify, to debug, Cloud Code to implement. And I find this much. So far, I'm getting really good result from this. So I will ask ChatGPT Codex to debug it. I will ask Cloud Code to debug it. Then give ChatGPT Codex to Cloud Code. Then we iterate on the plan. Another thing on Cloud Code now I'm doing is that do not, I work only with plan mode. If you know Cloud Code, you get what I'm saying. I only work with plan mode. I do not, it's basically now 90% of my work mode is on plaid mode and 10% on go do this stuff. And what I'm also doing that it might shock you, Cloud Code can basically delete all of my files on my laptop. It has full permission. So basically, I'm not sitting here, accept, accept, accept. It does things for itself for like 1 hour, 30 minutes. Then I come back and it's done. Hey, take a risk, right? So ChatGPT Codex here, Cloud Code, and then Git here. Of course, you got to get it up. You should not see many files laying around here. Comment, 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 because you end up building your GitHub repo and you want everything to be clean. So that's my setup. And now, after 25 minutes, let's generate a block. It really pissed me off last time because I'll tell you why, but let's just go for now. Basically, what it does, checking for the duplicate, fetching out video transcript, loading settings. It's going to take a while actually, but you're not going to wait for me. You're not going to wait with me. Probably takes about 2 minutes to 3 minutes of working. So it's a very costly call, so to speak. But basically, running SEO analysis, fetching authoritative sources, generating blog content, and validating SEO requirements. It's actually creating really good content. It creates about 2,500 to 3,000 words. Quantity is not quality. I get it, but um, it does a really good job understanding the transcript and repurposing it. It's not actually another point that I forgot. It's not because the YouTube audience is different from our blog audience. YouTube be broadcasting it to millions of users on YouTube, and the users over there they want this like in long videos tutorial, but we want to repurpose it to meet the needs of our audience that come and work with us and engage us in the project. So basically that we have a different kind of audience. So we want to repurpose the blog post to meet where their concerns are, our leads and potential clients. So that's why we needed that second AI agent model to repurpose. So in the settings description that I show you, basically based on the about the company and the ICPs we have, who we are serving. It learns it, and based on that, it repurposes the post. So as you can see, it's 2 minutes and it's still working. So last time I run it, it was about 2 minutes and 15 seconds. So I'm gonna probably talk for another 50 seconds till it's going to be over. And I had a seamless build, so to speak, and one prompt, one big planning, and got it done. But what I really face problems, and I think it's a really good learning lesson for me, is that if you're asking to, YouTube has its own API. You can connect, you can fetch all these YouTube videos, but I found it really problematic and tough to work with YouTube API to get the transcripts. And we've done many different rounds. Like I spent several days on that specific bug. Um, I'm not working on this full time as well. I'm running a business, so at nights, a couple of hours here and there. Oh, okay, good. Oh, well done. So, oh, it passed too. I can actually publish it. That's crazy. That was a bug. I was expecting to see that bug. Ah, interesting. All right, maybe we can publish it to Webflow right now too. Oh, I'm surprised. Oh, okay. It's actually fixed this one too. Huh. Now it's different. Okay. Markdown is it still cannot get it cannot mark down properly the blog post, which I'm fine with it right now. Right now I burned so much money on API. I think about 150, 200 to just because each of these costs you a lot of money. So where was I? So that API, yes. So it turned out that it's my learning lesson here is if there is a free API or paid API that offer you reliable calls. So whenever you make a call, if you can fetch that thing, in that case, transcript, use that instead of build tooling yourself in your application when you want to deal with YouTube of the world or big APIs of the world. Um, I'm building MVPs for traction. So I'm not building an MVP that to meet the needs of tens of thousands of people, users. I'm building an MVP that could serve the first 100 to 1,000 users. And typically, these ready APIs often a good solution. Might not be a good solution for scaling. You probably need to in-house it yourself. But for the beginning, when you want to get out there and get to the first 100,000 use 100 to 1,000 users, that's a really good approach. Basically, if I would have opted in, I had it in mind, but I was just like, let me just build the tooling for myself. Being silly. If I would have used a ready API, I could access, pay $9, $9 bucks, $9 a month. I would have saved myself days of work. And given I only work within 2 week sprints, it's very crucial for me to pick the right tool stacks, right? So here we are. I'm as surprised. I haven't seen this before. Last time I run it, I got a error message, which I pissed me off so much because I invested a whole day debugging that error, and but now I run that, it passed. So now I'm not sure whether that error is fixed, but what I would like to do is to see whether it can publish to Webflow. I'm going to do the editing of the style in Webflow later on, but what I'm desperately want to see whether the publishing works, because that was another big bug. Okay, it's actually doing a really good job of following my prompt of when it comes to tone and writing style guide. So absolute garbage of, I have to fix this one too. Absolute garbage external resources. I think it's just not, didn't get what this. Okay, so that's, I cannot publish this post because it didn't get its cloud code imagine. It's cloud imagine. So basically it just not did not understand the whole post. Okay, that's something I need to fix now. Uh-huh. All right. So that's has been the video so far. I'm nowhere near publishing this because I completely got a garbage blog post. And now I'm thinking whether I should write code for it or just write a better YouTube description and title. I think I'm gonna go opt in for the writing better YouTube description title, because you don't want to add code and guardrails for something you can fix on the content level. That's where I am thinking, but I need to debug it a bit further. But yes, so this is the first part. I owe you the second part. I hopefully could come back with the second part next Monday and start with, here's what I've done in 2 weeks. I am amazing type LinkedIn videos. So until then, bear with me and happy vibe coding.